Hi, I'm Amy Sell, and I wanted to share with you this story that came up during this food and emotion class that we are having. And this is my story. And we were talking about, what food triggers us and what comes up, when we change our diet or when we're trying to let go of some stuff. And I had remembered a couple years ago about my frappe trigger. And so trigger is this, snappy word everybody's, throwing out there. And a trigger is just anything that provokes a strong emotional response. And I was being triggered by McDonald's frappes. So the first year my kids all went back to school, I thought was going to be the greatest year of my life. It was like the first full day of freedom I'd had since I was a kid. And it was actually the most depressing year I had had in my life. It was so lonely and I felt so isolated, and I didn't really have, I wasn't really in any activities. I wasn't doing anything, honestly. And I got really depressed. So one day going through McDonald's drive-thru, I got a frappe and I realized it was at their happy hour, which made me feel better for some reason. And so every day at 2 o'clock, I started to go get my frappe. Like 2 o'clock was like Pavlov's dog. I've got to go get my frappe. And one day I realized, I was like, this is the only thing that I look forward to in my day. And something felt very off about that. And when I started to kind of go down that road, I realized that I had not really developed any sweetness, quote unquote, in my day. I wasn't doing anything during my day that brought me joy, that I could look forward to. And so I found another way to find sweetness and joy was in my frappe. And so I eventually just little by little started to find joy in my day. Maybe it was a walk. Maybe it was just going to coffee with a friend. Whatever I would just try to find something little at least once a week, if not, every couple days, that really brought me some excitement to my day. And I noticed that the more stuff I did for myself, the less I was going through the drive-thru. And then one day I just wasn't going at all. We talk about that, sugary foods have this sort of chemical addiction. But what I thought was interesting was it had no match for the emotional support. Once I supported myself emotionally, I didn't even need the frappe anymore. I didn't crave it. I didn't want it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I share this because, we're all triggered by something. We're all, we all find ourselves craving something at some point. So if it's a craving that you're not feeling great about, then I would just ask, what is this craving taking the place of? And see what you find. All right, guys, have a great afternoon. It's beautiful and sunny here, and we'll see y'all later.